Okay, in these last two examples here, we want to go from standard form to vertex form. Okay, so we want to write this in the form y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Now, what we did yesterday's lesson, we had problems that look like this, where they gave us a vertex and a point, and you needed to write the equation. And here, we knew the h and the k, but we didn't know the a, so we had to plug in a point so we could find a, so we can write our final equation. Well, here, we don't know our vertex. So since we don't know our vertex, we need to find h and k. Do we know a? Well, we actually do, because the a here and the a here in both of these forms are the same a. So a is a. So we already know that this is a, and this is b, and this is c. So I can find my x-coordinate of the vertex here using this formula. H value, which is the x-coordinate of the vertex, is opposite of b over 2a. So h equals opposite of b over 2a, which in this case, opposite of negative 6 is positive 6, over 2 times a is 3. So this is 6 divided by 6, so that's 1. So my h is 1. Now I need to find my k. Well, k is just a y value, so if I plug this value for h, which is actually an x value, in for x, I'm going to find my y, which technically is my k. So k equals 3 times 1 squared minus 6 times 1 plus 3. I just need to do this arithmetic. So 3 times 1 squared is just 3. Because it's 1 squared, which is 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 1 is minus 6 plus 3. Well, this and this gets you 6 minus 6. This gets you 0. So your vertex is the point, your vertex is the point 1 comma 0. Okay. So now we can write our equation. Y equals your a, which is 3, x minus your h, and your h is 1, squared, plus k, but k is 0, so technically it's plus 0, but you don't need to write plus 0, because adding 0 doesn't do anything. So there's your final equation. Okay? Now again, you could take this, plug it in your calculator, plug the original in your calculator, and see if those are the same. Okay? On number 4, I'm going to show you an alternative way of doing this. Let's see if we do this one using our calculator. So we want to write it y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So we need to know a, h, and k. Well, this is a. Well, could we find h and k another way? Well, we can. We've got a calculator. We can take our calculator. We can plug in our equation into y equals. So this is 2x squared plus 12x plus 19. Hit graph and say, hey, what does that look like? That looks like the vertex is approximately 1, 2, negative 3, 1. So let me check to see if negative 3, positive 1 is the vertex. Well, you can verify that on the table. So second graph, go to the table and try to put your vertex in the middle of the chart. Okay, so now it's in the middle. Is that truly the vertex? Well, look at what happens on each side. You got a 3 on each side, then you got a 9 on each side, then you have a 19 on each side. That must be the vertex. So there's our vertex. So this is our h, this is our k. So now we have a, we have h, we have k. We can write our equation. So y equals a, which is 2, x minus your h minus a negative 3 is a plus 3 squared plus k, and k is 1. So there's the equation of your parabola in vertex form. This time we found the vertex using the calculator rather than doing the algebra. So this is the algebraic method, using opposite of b over 2a and then plugging back in. Or you can find the vertex on your calculator and then plug back in. This doesn't always, the calculator version doesn't always work, especially if the vertex is not a very nice point. But if it is a nice point, it's a nice, quick, efficient way of finding your vertex.